Yeah. Your name, sorry?
I am Agraj.
Agraj, okay.
Yeah, so I would like to start with a disclaimer that I am not at all a supporter of Ravana or Ram, but I would like to say that, like, this is my personal perspective, that all the characters in these characters in Ramayana are just the characters, and if we go by Shakespeare, there is nothing that is very sacrosanct about the names, right? So Ravan has been portrayed as a devil, Ram has been portrayed as a...
No, who portrayed him?
No, I mean in the Ramayana. Like, he did some evil things, he molested
women. In the
women.
Rāmayan, they are not portrayed. See, the word portraying means the person is some, and I am putting my thoughts in it and portraying him. So what you're saying is, in the Ramayana, Ravana is seen as a person as a good administrator, and he was a molester too. Rama is a person who's seen as an administrator and who went to the forest, he lost a lot of his... This is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So they are as-is. So in the book, yeah.
So that's a story that has been plotted by Vālmiki.
Plot? No. Okay.
So I would like to say, if I say like that, if that's a story plotted by Vālmiki, and suppose I start writing a book, which is true after 100 years. Suppose I write in a book that the cars will fly after 100 years.
Correct.
Now after 100 years, people are not able to. I'll die, right?
Correct.
So they will say that Agraj predicted that car will fly, and now it's flying, right? So that's why I'm saying that it's a story that is plotted, and these are the characters, strong characters.
Okay, Agraj, there are two ways of looking at Rāmayanam and Mahābhāratam or any other work of literature in Sanatana Dharma. One, it is a piece of literature, like how you're seeing it, which is fine.
Okay.
There is another notion, right? So the other notion is, what was seen was reported. But when it is reported, Agraj, to us, it doesn't come in the form of prose. See, today what I'm speaking is prose. What you're asking is prose. You asked, Dushyanth, is this the way that happens? I tell Agraj, this is all prose. In prose, you generally don't use similes, metaphors, onomatopoeia, and then you exaggerate. Oh, Agraj, the one with such a beautiful black shirt with white stripes. I don't speak that way. I speak in a non-poetic fashion. Whereas when Vālmiki and Vyasa, though they wrote what they saw, they were poets. So imagine there was a little incident of Rama looking at Sita and offering a flower. Simple. What I would have written, Rama offered a flower to Sita. Rama, the personification of spotless beauty, with a lotus petal like ice, gave the blossoming flowers whose petals were touched by the fresh rays of the sun. To Sita, with coyness, she bent her head down to earth. This is how he will describe. Now, my question is, sir, he has described no such two people met. He would have come with her own figment of imagination. 100 years later, Dharmendra will do this to Hema Malini. I am repeating your question. So, what, if at all, see, I said there are two ways of looking at Ramayana and Mahābhārata. One, as a piece of literature. Vālmiki just wrote whatever came to his mind. It has been coming for generations, and we are trying to say that it happened. Version 1, am I correct? That is one version. Well, see, if that is the version, it is all the more simple. I don't have to justify anybody. See, I don't have to justify anybody. Version 2 is where these questions are coming from. So, I appreciate your version 1. Version 2 is where there is an incident that has happened. A person has exaggerated. So, if you want to really understand Ramayana, you will have to strip that of the extra fantasy elements and see only the core story. One married the other lady. There was a real estate issue. They were sent to the forest. And then as they came to the forest, the one lady was kidnapped. She was taken to the neighboring country. Rama wanted to have a coalition. So he had it with some different extraordinary creatures of Karnataka. And then out of that, there was one celibate monkey who wanted to do some good thing for this person. He went there and came. So this is a simple story. He has given a lot of fantasy elements. That's another way to look at it. The second way believes that what is reported is what has happened. The first version believes it's a figment of imagination. That's okay. There's no harm in either of them. So if you want to believe in version 1, which says that it's a figment of his imagination, it's okay. There's no harm. See, this is where I often tell, Sanatana Dharma as a civilization doesn't coax anybody. It leaves it. You want to believe it that way, you'll believe it. You don't want to, because even if you believe it's a piece of literature, there may be a few morals that you can learn from it. Even if you believe it's a real happening, you can learn something from it. This is what? Learning is the ultimate motto, right? Right? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.